Hello and welcome to Legend. Legend is an AI bot that uses the Telegram app. The Telegram app has lots of great features like chats, kind of like testing, and you can do it individually or in a group, and you can make phone calls both locally and internationally for free. The Legend AI bot creates transparent transactions, which gives you peer-to-peer technology. And because you don't need an administrator and supervisor and managers and all that, it eliminates human error and emotions. The goal of the game is to help people learn to dream again. With our unified efforts, we can help each one of us reach our goals. There's no experience necessary. All you need is internet access and a smartphone or a tablet or a computer. And you must set goals for yourself. And when you're setting your goals, even though the entry fee is a minimum of $10, you want to set large goals because this is not just a little $10 thing. There are thousands, and might I say tens of thousands of dollars available. And when you enter the board, your $10 will be due immediately. But if you play the game correctly, the way that I'm going to teach you, there could be a one-time out-of-pocket expense. I joined Legend for two reasons. Number one is for the heart of the owners. They live by the spirit of Ubuntu, creating like-minded environment where like-minded people can thrive. If you've never heard of the word Ubuntu before, it comes from the African languages Zulu and Xhosa, and can roughly be translated as humanity toward others and belief in the universal powers of participation that unites us all. Translated, it literally means I am because we are. Here in Legend, the creators are very close to the philosophy of Ubuntu. In fact, to quote them, they say, we go through life with it, and we want this world to become kinder and more united, especially in such difficult times. That brings us to the second reason why we joined. I invited my team to join this game because we just got out of a product company that didn't survive. But we've tried other things like cryptocurrency and 4X, yeah, that's what it's called, 4X and all those kind of things. And they were real stressful. But the thing is, it doesn't matter if you're currently working on relationship marketing or network marketing or traditional businesses, they all are struggling. Major companies are filing for bankruptcy, merging with their competitors, reorganizing and laying off workers. I mean, think about it. Walmart just laid off a bunch of their cashiers to install machines. And Chase Bank is closing a lot of their ATMs to save money and be more economical. And why are they doing that? Because we're banking online, machines replacing people, and AI technology. Either we find a way to work with it or we'll be out of work. I like this game too because there's no inventory, no quotas to fill, no investment capital needed, no experience either. And it only takes $10 one time to be able to receive thousands of dollars. So with that in mind, it's very low risk. So no risk, no stress. So you have nothing to lose and everything to gain. So this is what your game board will look like. I'm the queen bee. Now on this board, you give $10 and you can get $40 in gifts. So on this board, you give $10 one time, and that puts you in a position to get 4 donations of $10 each. And the way you qualify to get those donations is you identify two people, two friends that you know that have $10 and would like to have more. They become your guide number one and your guide number two. Now, when your guide number one gets ready to invite two of their friends to join, they become your donors, donor number one and donor number two, and guide number two, donor number three, and donor number four. Now, on all the rest of the boards, you have 8 donor positions. But I know you heard me say you get your two, and they get their two, and you say, oh no, it's one of those things again. I've tried those things before. They never work. They're not legal. All these negative things, right? Well, Part of the reason why they don't work because they don't have the AI technology that we have with this to keep the game moving. For any reason, the game could stop. But with this AI technology, the computer just finds the next available person and put them in that position, so the game keeps moving. But also, in April of 2012, President Obama signed what's called the Jobs Act. And it was signed into law then to reduce regulation, including oversight and reporting, and remove certain barriers and allow for new ways to raise capital. See, what President Obama noticed was that small businesses were having a hard time getting the investment capital that they needed. So he came up with this. And a term came out of that called crowdfunding. That's what Legend is more like, crowdfunding. But it gave way to companies like GoFundMe, Kickstarter, OneCause, and you may not remember all of those, but GoFundMe has endured. GoFundMe is used a lot for people who have tragedies in their lives. They'll open up a GoFundMe page and people will donate to them. That's what this is. You can raise money for any cause. So when you enter the board, you're a donor. And your first task is to find two people that you know that has $10 and would like to have more. Then once you have those two people find their people, you become a guide. And being a guide means that you're a leader and you get to lead your team to help find more builders and donors. And that puts you in the legend position in order to and qualify you to receive the donations. So again, think of the legend as you, as your board. You got started with one-time $10 gift. You gave it because the AI computer told you which one person to give it to. And now you're in position to receive 4 gifts. Now, if you look at this board, guide number 1 and guide number 2 are the two people that you personally put in. But now you're helping the guide number 1 and 2 get their 2 people. So guide number 1 has 2 people. They already donated to you when they entered the board, donor 1 and donor 2. And then guide 2 has 1 person. That's donor number 3 to you. But in order for you to finish the board and be able to cycle this board again, you need to get donor number 4. So again, you just use your link 2 times for guide number 1 and guide number 2. So rather than you use your link again to put someone in, what we want you to do is use the link for guide number 2 because they still need 1 person. This may be your own cousin, and you're going to give them to guide number 2 so they can enter the game. But check this out. You gave that person to guide number 2. That made them fall in your donor 4 position, and you get the gift. You gave, but you received the gift. See how that works? More blessed to give than to receive. And that's one of the other principles that you'll learn in this game. Excuse me. So you're only going to use your guide 2 times, and then after that, you're going to look at your board and see who needs a person, and you're going to use someone else's link to help get that person get in and fill the position. Okay. Now on that last board, there were only 4 donor positions, but on this one and all the rest, there are 8 donor positions. You gift to the board whatever the board calls for, and you receive 8 gifts of that same denomination. On the next board, you gift in $20, but you're going to receive $160. Well, how does that work? Well, just like when you completed your board and were able to move to this board, other people are going to be completing their boards and moving to this board following you. That's why I call it a game. It's more like follow the leader, right? You get started, you help your 2 get started, then those 2 guys help their builders get started. And then when the builders help their 2, that becomes your donor 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You see? When builder number 1 gets their 2, that's donor number 1 and 2. Builder number 2 gets their 2, that's donor number 3 and 4. And builder number 3 gets their 2, that's 5 and 6 donations for you. And builder number 4, that's 7 and 8. Isn't that easy? This game rests on the shoulders of becoming a rainbow. Get started for $10. You help your 2, and then you help those 2 get their 2. let's explain this another way. I'm a visual kind of person, so let's break it down. When you get started, you're going to start at the rainbow position for $10, and you're going to receive 4 gifts of $10 for a total of $40. You get your first $20, you're going to buy into the paper position. Then, when you complete the board, you're going to still have $20 left over. You're going to take 10 so you can circle the rainbow board again, and that gives you $10 profit. Now that you're in the paper board, you're going to get 8 gifts of $20, which is $160. You take the first 100 to buy into the bronze board, that leaves you with $60. So when you complete the board, you take $20 to recycle the paper board, and that leaves you with $40 profit. A total of $50 so far. Not very much, but remember, you only started with $10, and you've already got $50 profit. Now you're on the bronze board. You can receive 8 gifts of $100. That's a total of $800. And you're going to take the first 400 and buy into the silver board. Then that leaves you with $400. And even after you take 100 to recycle this board, that still leaves you with $300 profit. Now we're talking about some good money, right? You can do a lot with $300. We can help pay some bills up. We can start a savings, right? Now you're in the silver board. And you're going to receive 8 gifts of $400. That's a total of $3,200. You take the first 1,600 and buy into the next board, which is gold. That still leaves you with $1,600. And even after you pay $400 to recycle the silver board again, that leaves you with $1,200 profit. That's money that you can use to catch up a mortgage, pay a car payment, start a saving. You can do a lot with $1,200. Am I right? But let's pause right here for me to just admonish you. Please don't use this money to start a bill. Use this money to pay off bills and start a savings. Invest in other ventures. Also, you notice that we always give the first part of our money, the first half, over to join the next board. Isn't that another philosophy we learned in my favorite book, where you give money off the top when you receive? Well, that's the way this works. And the reason why you want to gift into the next board as quickly as you can is because, remember, other people are following you, and you don't want people to get to the board before you are. So if you have someone that's really on your heels, and you know, we want them to ask if you're already in the board before they go to the board. So you always want to ask your sponsor, are you already in the gold board? Because I'm ready to go. And then give your sponsor a few hours to be able to go into the board before you do. Remember, another principle, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. You don't want someone to skip you. Those are donations that you'll never receive again. You want the people who are following you to always follow you. So now you're on the gold board. You're going to receive 8 gifts of $1,600. That's a total of $12,800. And you're going to take the first 6,400 and you know what to do, buy into the next board, right? That still leaves you with $6,400. And even after you complete the board and buy back in at $1,600, that leaves you with $4,800 profit. And you can do whatever you want to do with that $4,800. It's yours. And remember, we're still working with the same $10 you started with. You haven't gone into your pocket anymore. But now you're on the platinum board. You're going to receive 8 gifts of $6,400. That's $51,200. It only takes 10,000 of that to buy into the next board. And when you do that, that still leaves you $41,200. So after you complete the board, you want to immediately take $6,400 and buy into this platinum board. That leaves you with $34,800 profit. Some people work all year and don't make that much money. What if it took you a year to get to the platinum board and complete it? Would you be happy? Absolutely. But now you're on the final board, the diamond board. You've already gifted in $10,000. So that means you're going to get eight gifts of $10,000 for a total of $80,000. And all it takes is $10,000 to recycle again. So now you have $70,000 profit. What if you completed this board once a year? Would you be happy then? Would you start thinking about quitting your job? Absolutely. So as you can see, this game rests on the shoulders of the Rainbow Board. We want to keep inviting more of our friends and family to join the board at the $10 level and help them get their 2 people so that they can elevate themselves to the paper board. And then as they continue to help the people that they're working with, that will propel them to the bronze board and over to the silver board and so forth and so on until you're at the diamond board. Now I know some people will get started at the $10 level because they're saying to themselves, oh, this is not real, it won't work. There's no way you can do that with $10. But they're skeptical. Some people look at it and go, well, that's not enough money for me, that's just a little $10 thing. Well, if that's the case, what if you can get started at the $10 level and the paper level all the same level at the same time, the $10 level and the paper board, $20, so a total of $30, and build both boards at the same time. Everyone who entered at the rainbow board would also enter your paper board. How would you like that? What's even better, you can also tell them that they can start at the bronze board, only if you're already on the bronze board. Or if you have people that will follow you at that $100 level, you can start at all 3 levels at the same time and create that $1,000 all at one time. Now you're excited? Absolutely. So how do you get started? Well, the first thing you need to do is download the Telegram app on your phone. And once you do, you want to go to the settings portion to give yourself a username. That's what the computer uses to identify you, your username. Then you want to get an invite link. It may be your inviter, or it may be someone that they're working with. And you always want to have your money ready to immediately join the board. You must have the money ready to pay. If you don't pay within a certain length of time, the computer, the AI technology, will throw you back out so someone else can take that place who's waiting. So after your gifts are confirmed, you can get your personal invite link. And remember, you're only going to use your invite link 2 times. After that, you're going to find someone on your board who does not have 2 people, and you'll get their link. Okay? So you don't want to mass produce your link. You don't want to send out mass text. You don't want to put it on Facebook so that 10 or 20 people can all see it at the same time and all click on your link. Because now, instead of being 2 by 2, you're 1 by 50. So you can't help that many people all at one time. But by keeping it 2 by 2, we all can work together as a team. Remember, together, everyone achieves more in a team. So there's another one of those principles on number 3, share. So if you share your 3rd, 4th, 5th, your 20th member with other people on the team, we all can benefit more. And finally, you want to join this team Zooms at least once per week. And even more often than that, you want to watch the video. You'll learn something each and every time. So how do you pay this $10? Well, it's simple. If you're at work on a lunch break and you invite a coworker, you can just pass $10 back one to the other. But if you're in a different city, state, or location in the United States, you have lots of options. You can use Apple Pay, Google Pay, Samsung Pay, PayPal, Cash App, Zelle, or even SoFi. That's the bank that I like. You see, they give you $25 just for getting an account with them. That gives you $10 to play the game and a $15 profit. And if you tell other people about SoFi, once you're a customer, you can get a referral from $50 to $100. So don't just go to SoFi and sign up. Check with the people that you're working with to make sure that they have their SoFi account and use their invite link so they can get that commission. But the last one down here is TRC20. That's a cryptocurrency. Some of you might be familiar with Bitcoin. And don't worry about it if someone says, send me cryptocurrency. We're a team, remember? Everybody's working together to help everyone. So you just give them the money and they will convert it into cryptocurrency and make sure that the person gets the money so they can give you your invite link. But eventually, you'll want to learn how to do cryptocurrency yourself. In conclusion, I want you to keep in mind that there's a low entry point to this game. Now, you can start for $30 or even $130 if you choose to. But you'll find that this game is simple and it's fun. You get to meet people from around the world. With this artificial intelligence bot, this AI bot, it takes away all of the organization that you have to do, all the paperwork that you have to keep up with. It does a lot of that all by itself. It allows you to raise money for any cause, and we don't have to worry about it being legal or anything like that. And we're looking for ethical people who will work this game based on principles that we've all grown up with, learning how to share and give and be considerate to others, and so forth and so on. So with that in mind, there's nothing to lose and everything to gain. So welcome to Legend. Back in touch with the person who sent you this video so that you can get a link to get started. Thank you.